For this experiment, you will need 2 pairs of acids and bases. Currently, we have hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, potassium hydroxide, and sodium hydroxide. On the day of your experiment, you might have different acids at different concentrations. For this demonstration, all of these acids are 2 moles per liter. They're all 2 molar concentrations. Because hydroxides are corrosive, you will need to wear eye protection. It is also available for you to wear protective gloves. You will need 2 graduated cylinders, one for the acid and one for the base. These must be kept separate. A beaker and a styrofoam cup, a PC that runs Logger Pro software, a Vernier Lab Pro interface, and a temperature probe. Connect the interface to the computer by the USB ports and then connect the temperature probe to channel 1 on the interface. Pour 20 milliliters of acid into a graduated cylinder. Make a note of which acid and which base pair you use. We just poured 20 milliliters of hydrochloric acid into this graduated cylinder, and this graduated cylinder already has 20 milliliters of sodium hydroxide in it. Open Logger Pro. Logger Pro will recognize that a temperature probe is attached and give you a screen like this. Nestle the styrofoam cup inside the beaker and place the temperature probe inside the styrofoam cup. Then take the acid and put the acid into the styrofoam cup. Let that temperature equilibrate for about 20 seconds. You can see that there is enough inside the cup for the temperature probe to read. Press Collect in Logger Pro. This will give you a baseline temperature. Let that run for several seconds before adding the base to the styrofoam cup. All acid-base neutralizations are exothermic. Read what the initial temperature and the final temperature are from your data set and record those along with the concentrations and identities and volumes of the acid and the base in your notebook. Repeat the experiment with a different acid-base pair. Collect the final temperature, initial temperature, identities, concentrations, and volumes of the acids and bases used in your second run. At the end of the lab, wash your hands. You've used sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is caustic and can cause skin inflammation. Just go ahead and wash your hands.